Hey guys, how's it going? Will here. Welcome back to the channel. So for this week, this video will mainly talk about why do we sometimes feel poor, or why do you feel poor? You feel strapped, you feel like you're out of cash. So these are some things I have actually mentioned in my previous video, but just like to emphasize more about this in this current video. So I have 4 items here that I'm going to discuss today on why you feel poor. So without wasting any time, let's get right into it. Number 1, lack of self-control. So this is something that I've mentioned in my previous video, especially when it comes to like food or beverage or something like that. So it is not really unusual to spend a lot of money on food, but for yourself, if you would like to get a good grasp of your financial standing as well as how you manage your budget, you should try to resist some temptation when it comes to buying things that looks very good or very decent. It is also the desire to be up to date with the modern trend or the modern technology. Yeah, sometimes we are talking about this latest gen handphone and whatnot, like the iPhone 12 or the Samsung Note 10 or 20 nowadays, I think it's called. I'm not too sure. Why is it that you have to stand out from the crowd just by thinking that you want to buy the flashiest or the most latest of gadgets and phones? So there's no point in doing that. So here's the challenge for you. If you do feel that you cannot resist the temptation to buy something, whether it is a small 20 ringgit coffee or a 2000 ringgit phone, try to hold off your purchase for 1 month, right? Just try to hold off the purchase for 1 month. If you're thinking about buying that thing, don't buy it immediately, right? Just hold off for 1 month and you try to let it out. I mean, like, don't think about it for the next 1 month. And let's say if 1 month has already gone by, if you're still thinking about it, then okay, by all means, go ahead, pull the trigger and buy it. Even more so if you're talking about high value purchases like a phone or cars or sometimes even houses. You must try to resist the temptation to not spend any unnecessary money on the things that you do not actually really need. The second item would be taking time for granted. So I'm talking about like social media. So nowadays I've noticed the younger generations, especially those in their teens or in their college age, in their 20s, a lot of their time they are spending going through their phone, browsing Instagram things and whatnot, and they can spend hours on a daily basis. They can spend 2, 3, even 4 hours going through irrelevant page on Instagram, or maybe they are going online shopping or whatnot. And if you know social media and e-shopping online platform, these are the things that can really trap you. I mean, they influence you in such a way that you want to look trendy, you want to look stylish, so you have to go and buy the item, right? And sometimes it's all about getting likes, views, exposure. I'm not talking about dressing like 1000 ringgit suit or something like that, but some things are really overpriced. Like a t-shirt that costs 150 ringgit, do you really need that? I mean, like, if you go Uniqlo and you buy something that looks similar for 20-30 ringgit, I believe nobody can tell the difference also. And because of this, the younger generations are actually wasting away their life in their phone, going through all these social media items on a daily basis. So why not, as a change, use a fraction of that time? If you spend 3 hours on social media, why not spend 1 hour educating yourself on some things more useful, like learning about personal financing, or even watching my videos or any other personal financing videos. There are plenty of them out there in YouTube, and it only requires you to sit on the chair and watch the video. It's not that hard, isn't it? If you want to take it up a notch, yeah, why not go to a library, pick up a self-help book, self-motivation book or something like that. That would be even better, because you are actually reading more. You're actually taking in more knowledge compared to watching videos. Some videos, they are very, very summarized to the point that you are only getting like bits and pieces, but it is still better than nothing. This is something that you can work on. It's called self-educating. And it's not just limited to like personal financing or something about money. You can also learn a brand new skill like woodwork or carpentry, or something like picking up a new language. Maybe you like watching K-drama. Why not just pick up the Korean language? That can even enhance your experience when you're watching that particular video or particular drama. And for this part, I have a challenge for you. Why not you take, let's say, a small portion of your time on a daily basis to lock your phone away. As for myself, what I usually do is after I wake up, I will not look at my phone. Usually I will just do my own thing, have my breakfast, browse the news, and only probably 1 or 1.5 hours after that, only I will switch off my internet connection or my data and check on any emails or any chats or anything relevant to work. So these are the time that you should allocate yourself to get things done. The third one would be networking of people. The people that are around you has a heavy influence on what you do, on how you spend your money, as well as how you control your lifestyle. If you're surrounded with people who have expensive tastes and they can afford to spend more money on lifestyle, on food, yeah, if you're not up to that level, you're going to be suffering, because at the end of the day, you are the one who will feel strapped. You are the one who feel poor. For a change, you should associate yourself to those people who give you a lot of extra value, something that is not just food related or gadget related or tech related, something that can improve your life for the long run. I'm talking about financially, or probably intellectually, for your knowledge and whatnot. So you should surround yourself with people who can give you positive value. So those people who can give you positive value are those people that you should hang out more often. I'm not saying that you should just completely ditch your friends and just forget about them. No, sometimes it is also good to go out and have a chit chat or something like that. But when it comes to your own personal gain and your own personal interests, such as building wealth or something to do financially, I think you should surround yourself with more people from that kind of background. And remember, your network of people is also your net worth. So if you surround yourself with people with higher net worth, eventually you'll be just as successful or more successful than them. And by hanging out with people like this, you are actually opening yourself to more opportunities when it comes to building network that probably will secure you your next job, probably will be working with you in your next project. Who knows, right? If you want something that is positive to you financially, career-wise, you should go ahead and network yourself with people of such background. And last, and certainly not least, you probably will feel strapped and poor if you do not have a financial goal. I see some of my friends, when they go out and they spend money, they just spend it like that, without recording or without jotting down in their phone or something like that. Maybe they do it, I'm not too sure, but you have to be a creature of habit. You have to make sure that you jot down every single cent that you spend. You run yourself like a business, right? You just imagine if a business has no accounting record or bookkeeping record, has no plus minus, how is the business going to run itself? How is the business able to know whether they are having a loss or a profit on a month-end basis? So you have to run yourself like a business. So your salary is basically your budget that you have to manage for yourself. And you have to jot down these budgeting items as soon as you spend them, or as soon as you receive something, you have to write it down. It doesn't have to be a fancy app. It just have to be recorded down somewhere, like a Google Docs or Excel sheet. You just have to write it down, and at the end of the week or end of the month, just have a look at your financial status. So that way you can identify what items you can cut down on to save more money. And when I'm talking about goals, I'm talking about measurable goals, goals that you can actually measure in the short, medium, and long term. Short term is probably something which is of a lower value. Maybe you want to buy clothes for a formal occasion, or for a graduation ceremony that costs 200 ringgit. So these are small, short-term goal that you can work on. So maybe like for the next 2 months, I will save 20 ringgit a week, and work towards that goal of buying that formal suit. Medium goals are those like probably in the thousands, like buying a brand new handphone that you cannot resist, or something like that. This is something like I would say 6 months to 1 year of setting yourself this goal to buy this brand new phone. And obviously the long-term goal is those expensive goals, like buying a car or a house, something that you really have to work on for a long period of time. I'm talking about 3, 5, maybe even 10 years down the line. So you must set yourself some goal, especially short and long-term goals. As long as you have goals, as long as you can identify what you need within these few years or these few months, so you should start working on saving that particular money to fulfill what you really, really want. So yeah, that's about it for this particular video. So I hope you gain some positive value from this video, as well as gain some added knowledge to know how to control your expenditure, as well as to control your finances more wisely. Share this video to your friends and family who needs it. Feel free to drop a like on this video, as it will help out with the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe and ring the notification bell as well if you like this content. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.